sought after spears in America. It's supposed to say speaker, but my secretary left off the K-E, so it says I'm a spear. I'm from New Orleans. All of you are familiar with Katrina. Well, when George Bush was going over Lake Pontchartrain in a helicopter to view the damage, there's 3 little kids, 12 to 14 years old, in a fishing boat. So George said, would you swoop down a little bit so I can see what kind of fish they're catching? Well, he took off his seatbelt, he falls in the water, does a belly bust, he's about to drown. 3 kids pull him out of the water. 2 kids had Republican parents, 1 had a Democrat parent. So he said, boys, he said, you saved my life, I'm President of the United States, I'll give you anything you want. Little kid with Republican parents said, I'd like to get free movies for the rest of my life. He said, you got it. The kid with other Republican kid, he pulled him up, he said, I'd like to get free tickets to the sporting events, tickets to the rest of my life. He said, you got it. 3rd kid said, I'd like a burial plot in Arlington Cemetery. So he said, why would you ask that? Because when I go home and tell my parents whose butt I pulled out of the water, they could kill me. Anyway, I've written a lot of books. I've done this speech thousands of times. I never have notes, so I'm always going to forget something. But about 25, 26 years ago, I took bankruptcy because I invested in 2 things in Texas, real estate and oil. They wrote their own books, chapter 11, chapter 7, chapter 13. I wrote a book called How Not to Be Lonely. How to find a mate, where to look, what to say, and how to keep one. Women bought my book 1,000 to 1 because men don't read that crap. So I did the same book for men. I put tonight on it. How not to be lonely tonight, and men bought 4,000. That's the way it is, ladies. And I'll tell you, I traveled the country talking about how not to be lonely tonight. Doesn't mean you're lonely. Maybe you have somebody that's going through a divorce, separation, something like that. Loan it to them. It really helps them out. I'm in a speech in Chicago. Gosh, I guess it's been 20 years ago. And they had about 1,600 people there. 1,500 something women, 100 men. I was there to sell books. Because like I said, a monkey can write a book, but it takes a hard-working team of monkeys to sell that sucker. So what I did was, I said, ladies, if you want to find a man, you need to set a trap. Men think they proposed to you. They didn't. You do if and when. You got to throw the bait out, pull it in. Throw it out, pull it in. Throw it out, and you hook them. One lady, ugly lady in the back of the room, she said, I don't want to play a game. I said, ma'am, it is a game, but if you don't play the game, you're not going to be in the game. She said, well, I hope you're married, because I would marry you. I said, thank God for that. She said, if I was married to you, I'd poison your milk. I said, if I was married to you, I'd happily drink that poison. So what I do is, I really have a lot of fun. I never insult anybody. Sometimes I did a little bit with my Your Home-Based Business book. All the people would say it's a pyramid scheme, or it's one of them pyramid scams or something. This book gently insults them. It tells them what it is, what it isn't. I like the book. The book sold 6 million copies. I was doing it for 5 different companies. I don't do it for any more companies anymore. I do it for one, some friends of mine someplace, but I'm concentrating on MPB. I get free radio shows for you if you email me. All of you have my information packet, that wonderful thing that I wrote about myself. I would marry me if I read that. But the thing is that if you contact me, I'll tell you how I do these free radio shows, because if you've been in the business more than a few months and you do your job right, you have no more friends, no relatives, no neighbors. They're either in the business or they run for music, you had yellow fever. It's that way. What's different about MPB is that you don't need friends, neighbors, and relatives. Sure, I want you to talk to them. Of course do it. But you don't need them, because as Theodore Roosevelt, whatever his name is, he says everybody eats. And that's a fact. Everybody eats. Now, what I do, for those of you who are really sincere about the business, I'll help you. I'll take the time. I have the time. I'll help, and I really know this business. I understand it. I was very successful in it 35 years ago, and I did really, really well. Lost that in bankruptcy. Then I started writing books about it. And I do travel around the world giving talks on network marketing, because I really believe in it. It's the easiest, fastest, least expensive inexpensive way to go into business for yourself. And yeah, everybody says start right away. Yes, of course start fast. That's the way to do it. But even if you've been in for, I've talked to some people who've been in network marketing for 5 years, they never really started. So let's start today. You know, let's start now. You know, whenever you start, it's okay. But you got to start fast and you got to do it. If any of you need help, there's Ted. Hi, Ted. Yeah, I recognize you. I mean, from your picture in the book. But the thing is, I made your head a little square because I made it square, but anyway. What's happening is that I've really been around this business a long time, and I truly want to help people if you're serious about the business. Now, I get some bad people. One lady in prepaid legal, she said, Mr. Billac, it's Billac, she said, I'm not doing very well. I said, how long have you been in the business? She said, 10 months. Can I ask you a question? You ever know everything about network marketing? Well, ask it. What is network marketing? Ma'am, I don't know. I don't know. Ask the person who got you in, man. Well, he don't know neither. So I can't deal with stupid people. I mean, they got a lot of stupid people out there, and I'm one of them. Because when I sent this book into Gary, I don't know who it is. I'd like to meet her. Maybe. She made corrections. I thought I was in 6th grade. She made corrections every page, every page, every page. I write wrong. I write the way that I talk. I write as if you were a friend. And as I say in my MPB book, and every book I write, I just want communication, substance, and I tell the truth. If you email me, again, I'll put you on my list. If you want to call, I have a private number. I'll always be there, or either on my cell phone, or either I won't be there at all. But I'll probably be there. The thing is that I'll be more than happy to help you find a system that suits your personality. As Ted says, everybody eats. And I think that opening, I've never heard anything like that. In 35 years, I've never heard anything as easy, as needed as this company. Of all the companies I've ever researched, and I've looked at thousands, I've researched hundreds, I've written about 7. All of them have been successful, except some Mormons in, where was it? In Utah, Debbie's there, I think. They were doing really well, but they tried to chip on income tax. They went to jail for tax evasion. I can't take responsibility for that. I mean, that's what happens. So this company is going to be around for a long, long time. That's important. And you know, the product is the most important thing, isn't it? You can't do any business. You don't make any money unless you have a good product. Product's number 1. Number 2, we call it about the pay plan. Now, people say, I'm in business to help others. Baloney. Maybe. But it's wonderful when you can help yourself and help others at the same time. Yes. I mean, I tell the truth. And you say residual income. I have something about it in one of these books. But residual income is money you make over and over again for work you did one time. That's not true. Not in this business. I talked to Sue, and she wants to get in. Well, if Sue doesn't hear from me in a week or 2 weeks, she's going to forget about me. So I got to call her up. You got to work it. You got to build a team. I'll help you build a team. If you build a team, I'll talk to them. Now, and you know this, if you have home meetings, it's the old way, but it works. If you have home meetings, I'll talk to 6 or 7 people at your home. I'm not going to stomp the ground and beat on my chest and all that stuff. I'm just going to talk common sense to them. Just common sense. It's amazing how everybody, whether we're college educated or got kicked out of grade school, if we use common sense, we'll make it. But I really want to help people. Now, I did the MPB book. MPB, meet me at the top. The back of it says, your ticket to free groceries and money. Everybody and anybody can do it. That's true. Not everybody should do it, only if they're going to work. They don't make business in this, they don't make money in this business if they are, they have the wrong product or not a good product. And I talk about supplements. I've written about supplements. Some of them are pretty darn good. But how many miracle products can you have? They have one here. This will grow horns on chickens, hair on a bowling ball, make you live forever. Get out of here. They don't know what they're talking about. See, poor babies. And like I say, the only way to get your money back with the supplements, because I talk about auto ship too. They make you buy these things month after month after month. If after 6 months you don't sell it or take all these vitamins, the only way to get your money back is to put them in your garage, insure the garage, then burn it down. It's the only way to do it. I mean, I tell people practical stuff, and I try to be sort of humorous. I talk about my son. My son joined the business. I joined it for him. I had to put up the $210. He's in college. He's going to do okay. But I said, Brad, he didn't write, we text. I hate that. But we text. I said, Brad, you're coming home this weekend. He said, why? I said, because I'd like you to go to Walmart with me. He says, no chance, Dad, I'm busy. I said, how about if I give you $300? He said, what time do we leave? We've had the best time in our lives. Let's talk about this in the book. I've never enjoyed Walmart as much, and certainly not with my son, as ever. We bought stuff we will never use, but we don't care. It was free. It's like free advice. You get pneumonia. But the thing is that I really like the business. I like Gary because he's a regular guy. I'm a regular guy, and I like me a little bit. But the idea is so good because everything, well, there's nothing wrong. The only thing that's wrong is if you don't tell people about it. Now, Daryl and Sherry, they're over there. They give out fake $100 bills or something to get people's attention. Who cares? And you know, meetings. I don't know if you're set up to have meetings all over the United States now. But I talked with one lady in this business. I said, how long have you been in a business, another business? She said, 10 months, 11 months. I said, have you gone to meetings? Yes. How many have you gone to? 30. Have you taken anybody with you? No. What can I do? I said, get a dog. You're lonely. Take somebody to the meeting with you, for goodness sake. That's where you see the people.
That's where you're missing it.
I really tell them the truth, and I don't want to hurt their feelings. I don't want to hurt their feelings. But sometimes I do. But sometimes they're so stupid they don't know I'm insulting them. And that's okay, too. I do these radio shows. I tell you how to do it. You use my books, of course, because you give a book away to the people who call. But I tell you, my average on these radio shows have been 40, maybe 45 people per show. And all you need to do, and I'll tell you how, if you email me, punch a button and you can find a radio show in your zip code, in your state, or any state. It doesn't make a difference. You got a telephone, you got a computer, that's it. You're really in business. I truly want to help people with this stuff. When I did the MPB book, I understood it right away. Because it said 2 or 3 things. It said free groceries. And at first I put free gas, but Gary corrected me on that 15 times. But the fact is that it is free gas, because you said for that $100, that's what I got for my son. Now he's getting $400 a month in groceries and $200 a month, or $300 in cash. And that's pretty good for a kid in college. Beats when he's working at the golf course for $7.50 an hour. But I have 2 kids, and I talk about that in the book too. I tell a little bit about them. 18, going to University of Texas. Genius level boy, going to take engineering, robotics, or become a brain surgeon. My other boy, they're different. Kids are different, huh? Who's 16. Both A students, both Eagle Scouts, but his aim in life is to not work for as long as he can and marry a movie star. So they're different. My friend says, hey, your son Brad can be president of the United States. No, he can't. He tells the truth. Yeah. The other one can do it. He can do it. Because he can lie to you and you're going to believe him and swear on it and bet any amount of money there is that he's telling the truth. But I really want to help you folks if I can. I really, truly want to help you. And I know how. Some of you don't need any help, and that's good. Keep doing it. But maybe you have a team of people. If you have a team of people and you have some burning embers, let me try to reignite them. I'll do it without insulting them, without hurting their feelings, without beating on tables and thumping on my chest and stuff. I just talk about common sense. I like these 2 books because, again, if people don't know about the business, call it a pyramid scheme. This tells them what it is, what it isn't. It tells them why they failed before, how they can make it this time, and things they need to do. It's common sense stuff that tells them what they need to do, and anybody, if they want to work, will do it. People fail why? Because they get a rotten product? Because they don't work, period. I mean, there might be a few other reasons, but those are the 2 main ones. But I really want to help people. When I was a kid, poor, everybody grew up poor, but we didn't know we were poor because everybody was poor in the area. When I was 12 years old, that's in the book too, I think. You don't have to buy the book, I'm telling you everything about it. I didn't want to be poor. And I vowed that I would not be. And I started working from 15 years old on doing things. And I didn't care about other people. I cared about myself. I wanted to make the money. I wanted to do it. Well, I've been very, very fortunate. And so for the past 15 to 20 years, I have been helping others. And we all like appreciation. I do. When I get a call from 15 years ago, 20 years ago, 5 years ago, people saying, Pete, you're wonderful. Who doesn't like that? You've helped me make this, or you've helped me make that. I've really helped 300 people or more become millionaires in the business. And I say in my book, will I make you a millionaire? Maybe, but probably not. The odds aren't in your favor. When you listen to someone get in front of the room with a silk suit and tell you how you're going to make $5,000 a week by doing nothing, run. Get out of there. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. Just get out. Because they're lying. I just want to help you make a few hundred extra. Now, some of you aren't going to like this. I mean, like this, dear Rabadabba. You got going right away. So did Darrell and Sherry. So did Sue. But some of them, and several others here, well, forget about your name. But anyway, the thing is that let me help you get about $400-600 maybe in groceries. Let me help you make $500-600 in cash. Then the next month, let's double that. And the next month, let's double that again. That's the way it works. It is a pyramid. I'm a pyramid. I have my own publishing company. None of my people make as much as I do. I'm at the top of that pyramid. If they want to get on their pyramid, let them quit and go get their own business. That's what happens. I mean, but if you do it, if you have fun doing it, I teach you how to play it like a game. A friend of mine said the only way to get people to a meeting is to go pick them up. That's not so. Because you tell your people on a Tuesday, will you go to a meeting with me on next Thursday? And they say yes. Well, then a dream stealer gets to them. Oh man, they're just trying to get you in that MPB business and blah, blah, blah. So your best friend, when you go over there at 7 o'clock at night to pick them up, your best friend and their families will have all the lights out, lying on the living room floor, afraid to breathe, let you knock until you get exhausted, and then lie to you the next day. That's what they do. That's the way it works, folks. You want 25 people at your house, invite 75. And maybe you'll get 15. But when you get out of the car to pick them up, slam the door real loud and wave at the house. They're going to be looking through the window. They're looking through the blinds, peeping at you. So they can say, oh, so we'll go to a meeting. Do anything. Have fun. I teach you to really have fun in the business. It's so much fun when you get a check in the mail instead of a bill. Isn't it? It's really great. I go look for checks. So I'll look for check. Bill. Get out of here. I don't pay my bills. I just look for those checks to come in, and I love it. I love it. But I've had great success with this. I've had a good time with people. I've traveled a lot. I've taken my boys all over the world, and I just adore them. I wrote this book, How Not to Be Lonely, and I'm going through a divorce. Hey, that's the way it goes. I haven't liked it for 10 years anyway. But the thing is that it happens that way. Don't blame him, don't blame you. That's the way it goes. I thought this lonely, but it's the funniest thing in the world, man. I got some funny stuff that I read it and laugh myself sometimes. It's funny stuff. But the fact is that if you really want to make some money, play with it, have fun. When you start making some money, you'll want to make more. What money is a great incentive. It really is. And like some politicians said, I don't listen to all of them. I don't know if I believe any of them. Like I said, I'll tell you what I care about politics. If I get terminal cancer, get my autograph. Because I'm going to shoot about 15 of them before I die. But the thing is that if there's any way that I can help you. Now, I have discount prices on my books. I make them $10 each because I don't want to give you a nickel change. Don't ask me for a nickel. Somebody asked me for a receipt. Lie. Lie on your taxes. That one tells the truth, man. I mean, don't really ask me for a receipt for $10 or $20. But the thing is that if you really need my help, I'll do it. I'm not always ridiculously silly. And I'm not a spear, I'm a speaker, is what they say. And I've done this a lot of times. And I've been very, very, very fortunate because for some reason or other, I have the God-given talent to have a big mouth. And people believe me. And I like that. I really like and I really want to help people. God, I'd hate to tell you this story because you might think I'm bad. There's a lady that called me from Australia. Mr. Billac, my name is Maud. I'm the mother of 9 children, unmarried. Woo, Maud, 9 children, golly. Tell me about it. Well, my husband died with my first 2, when I had my first 2. My second husband's in jail, and I don't know who the other 5 belong to. Can you help me? Yes. Get an aspirin, put it between your knees, and don't let it fall. What can I say? She was highly insulted. She told the president of the company, he said he laughed from Australia to Singapore. But, and I don't get that goofy, but I think it's really funny. I came here because I really want to help you. I also have some books. I got my friend here, gosh, he is so cheap. He would drive across San Antonio to save 3 cents on a gallon of gas and he'd get $5 worth of gas. I don't understand that. He said, what makes you so smart? I said, arithmetic. But the fact is that he drove 35 hours from Texas. We stopped in Lafayette to get some crawfish biscuit, the place that you'll die for, and I almost died when I had that crawfish biscuit. So he was right there. He said, we'll never come here again. We even had a big sample of something or other, which was terrible. But we made it. Finally, we made it. We drove. And boy, he drove 35 hours. He is an Iron Man. He has an SUV. And I'm not that stupid. I got a 5-gallon can of gas to bring in the car with me just in case. But it works. But if I can help you in any way, let me know. If you will, if you guys have my email, my telephone number on there, call me anytime. I'll help you. I'll help you. I don't care if you buy my books or not. I don't care. I'll still help you. I think the books help because so many people can't sell. A friend of mine in some other company, he tells them, you got 15 minutes? No, Dave, I don't have 15 minutes to listen to your BS. You got to tell it fast. How would you like to spend, I'm not sure what it is, I wrote it so many times I forget it, but spend $200 one time out of pocket to drastically reduce or eliminate your grocery bill. Everybody listens to that. Everybody listens. Get a card, whatever you have. I don't know what your sales tools are. Get anything. And just let them know. Let them ask questions. When they ask questions, you got it. You're playing that game with that lady you're trying to swoop in, or she's trying to swoop you in. Just ask questions. Let them ask questions at least. Let them ask questions. And don't give them big, long answers. I tell you in my book, give them a copy of the book. Loan them a copy of the book. Call them in a week, see if they read it. Follow up. That's the name of the business. Follow up, huh? So you call them in a week. Did you read the book? No. I'm going to give you one more week, then I'm going to get the book back. Take it back from him. I got a cheap Russian. He's got 10 of my books on some other company. He's made over $100,000 a year, and he keeps buying 10 books a year. I said, Paul, why don't you buy 25 books? No, he just keeps buying 10. They're frayed and they're torn, but he hands them out and he gets it back. You know, if you work the business, but play it like a game. I help you play it like a game. I try to help you have fun in the business. And believe me, when you get checks, you really do have fun. Now, I got some books back there. I don't want to take them home, but I want you to buy them because I'm poor. But no, the thing is that I think the books really do a job. If you have some people that can't sell anything, and they find somebody that doesn't know about the business, your home-based business, that's the one. I make it really cheap if you use it for the radio shows. You got to send out 10 or 15 books and stuff like that. And I'll tell you how to answer these people, how to ask them questions to make sure that they're not, that they're really prospects to join this thing. And the only reason why people won't join is if they're enormously rich. Like you can't sell the Kardashians one of these books. Y'all don't know who that is? That pretty girl with the real big part? Something like that. But the thing, I watch it sometimes because they have nothing to do. I also watch Judge Judy. That's the way it goes. She's nasty. She's stuff. She's funny. I watch The Bachelor. Is that a joke? Oh, God. Anyway, listen, thank you for listening to this stuff. I'll be in the back of the room. If any of you are really lonely and want to admit it, I'll give you a copy if I'm not to be lonely. I just brought 2 of them. But I'll help you if I can. And I can, I know money, and then you let me know,
Oh, I'm sorry.
and I'll help you. So thank you very much for listening to